A bobblehead, also known as a nodder, wobbler. A bobblehead is a type of collectible toy. Its head is often oversized compared to its body. Instead of a solid connection, its head is connected to the body by a spring or hook in such a way that a light tap will cause the head to bobble. Hence the name. Bobbleheads are sometimes given out to attendees at sporting events as a promotion. Corporations including Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Empire Today have also produced popular bobbleheads of the characters used in their advertisements. History. The earliest known reference to a bobblehead is thought to be in Nikolai Gogol's 1842 short story The Overcoat, in which the main character's neck was described as like the necks of plaster cats which wag the heads. The modern bobblehead first appeared in the 1950s. By 1960, Major League Baseball had gotten in on the action and produced a series of papier-mâché bobblehead dolls, one for each team, all with the same cherubic face. The World Series held that year brought the first player-specific baseball bobbleheads for Roberto Clemente, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, and Willie Mays, still all with the same face. Over the next decade, after a switch in materials from papier-mâché to ceramic, bobbleheads would be produced for other sports, as well as cartoon characters. One of the most famous bobbleheads of all time also hails from this era, the Beatles bobblehead set, which is a valuable collectible today. By the mid-1970s, though, the bobblehead craze was in the process of winding down. It would take nearly 2 decades before bobbleheads returned to prominence. Although older bobbleheads like the baseball teams and the Beatles were sought after by collectors during this period, new bobblehead dolls were few and far between. What finally prompted the resurgence was cheaper manufacturing processes, and the main bobblehead material switched, this time from ceramic to plastic. It was now possible to make bobbleheads in the very limited numbers necessary for them to be viable collectibles. On August 2, 1997, the minor league Birmingham Barons gave away Barons bobblehead doll bobbleheads at a game. The first Major League Baseball team to offer a bobblehead giveaway was the San Francisco Giants, which distributed 35,000 Willie Mays head nodders at the May 9, 1999 game. To date, there have been nearly 7,000 bobblehead giveaways from teams at all levels. The variety of bobbleheads on the market rose exponentially to include even relatively obscure popular culture figures and notable people. The new millennium would bring a new type of bobblehead toy, the mini bobblehead, standing just 2 or 3 inches tall and used for cereal prizes and such. On November 18, 2014, it was announced that the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum would open in 2016 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The National Bobblehead Hall and Museum held a preview exhibit at Red Line, Milwaukee from January 7, 2016 through April 30, 2016, which showcased the largest public display of bobbleheads in history. January 7, 2015 marked the inaugural National Bobblehead Day. On January 7, 2016, National Bobblehead Day was the #1 trending topic on Twitter for a significant portion of the day. Thanjavur Dolls of India. Thanjavur Dolls of India bobblehead dolls are of a class known as Thanjavur Thalayati Bommai in the Tamil language, meaning "tan your head shaking doll." They are a native art form in the Thanjavur region of Tamil Nadu state in South India. These dolls are usually 6 inches to 12 inches tall. They are made of clay or wood and painted over in bright colors, and are often dressed up in fancy clothes. They form a part of an elaborate display of dolls known as Golu, exhibited in Indian houses during the Dussehra festival in September to October. Another type of Thanjavur doll is the Tanur round pot rocking doll. In pop culture, sports teams sometimes give away bobbleheads at the games. For example, the Los Angeles Kings gave away some honoring Luc Robitaille on his induction to the Hockey Hall of Fame. The insurance company Churchill uses a bobblehead of a bulldog as its mascot. In the 1993 We Sing video, the We Sing train, a Sheriff Knickerbocker bobblehead is seen. In 2001, Audi broadcast commercials in Europe featuring an Elvis impersonator and a prototypical waggle Elvis dashboard figure with a wobbling left arm and hip. Due to subsequent demand, 165,000 Wackel Elvis dashboard figures were produced. The figure depicts Elvis wearing the jumpsuit he wore in the 1973 Aloha from Hawaii TV broadcast. The 2003 film Scary Movie 3 features bobblehead dolls modeled after Mother Teresa. In 2003, TNA Wrestling released a bobblehead of D.L.O. Brown manufactured by Frontier Showrooms. A signature mannerism of the professional wrestler was to quickly shake his head side to side like a bobblehead, which began in his World Wrestling Federation career. The mannerism was invented by Vince McMahon for Brown. Since 2003, American law journal The Greenback has issued bobblehead dolls depicting justices of the Supreme Court of the United States, both present and past. The video game Fallout 3 used bobbleheads of the recurring mascot character Vault Boy as part of a scavenger hunt element, while the game Borderlands uses them as a form of currency. Similarly, the video game Rage featured a Vault Boy bobblehead in an obvious tribute to Fallout 3, as well as a bobblehead of the player character of id Software's previous game Doom. In an episode of Scrubs, Turk bribes Dry Kelso with a bobblehead version of himself, to which Dr. Kelso replies, "Our bobbleheads, you always think you're gonna get bored with them, but you never do." Before playing with it, the Futurama episode, The Farnsworth Paradox, depicted an alternate universe in which everyone appears as giant rude bobbleheaded versions of themselves. In the popular NBC television show The Office, the character Dwight K. Schrute has several frequently mentioned bobbleheads of himself on his desk. On the NBC The Office website, customers can purchase bobbleheads versions of all of the main and supporting characters. A number of bobbleheads of popular political figures were added to the set of NBC's Meet the Press when its set was redesigned in early 2010. Bobblehead figures of Bill Clinton, Tim Rousseau and John F. Kennedy can be seen on the set. In 2010, 14-year-old Henry Irma of Brooklyn, New York, attempted to enter the Guinness Book of World Records by building what is believed to be the world's largest bobblehead, standing 16 feet tall. On July 17, 2011, MC Hammer was honored by his hometown baseball team with a bobblehead of him given to fans before he threw out the ceremonial first pitch. A outboy and clubhouse assistant for the Oakland Athletics between 1973 and 1980. This is the first MLB team to award a bobblehead to a rapper. During a Chicago visit of Conan in June 2012, a 17-foot-tall bobblehead statue in Conan O'Brien's likeness was unveiled to the audience and donated to the city for display. On June 12, 2011, the Detroit Tigers distributed a bobblehead depicting Max Scherzer with the heterochromia iridum correctly portrayed. This condition means that one iris is a different color from the other. His right eye is blue and his left eye is brown. On the 2012 season premiere episode of ABC's The Bachelorette, Contestant Chris Bukowski presented Bachelorette Emily Maynard with custom bobbleheads of the two of them in an attempt to impress her and further himself in the competition. Ian Heckox and Anthony Perdue from Smosh sell bobbleheads of themselves after they released the episode My Bobblehead is Evil. The 2013 science fiction film Oblivion, starring Tom Cruise, features a bobblehead with the likeness of Elvis Presley that is named Bob by his character, which is placed in the cockpit dashboard of his bubble ship. In July 2016, CNN featured a segment that compared Hillary Clinton's nodding to her bobblehead. Personalization. The 2000s saw the rise of a competitive market for personalized, on-demand bobbleheads, typically 6 to 7 inches tall, from a number of online vendors. To order, a customer uploads one or more facial color photos and chooses from a catalog of stock bodies. Other order information includes color choices, quantity desired, and billing and shipping. Available stock bodies span both popular and niche themes. These include professions, sports and hobbies, adult and child fashions, weddings, graduations, awards, superheroes, sexy, holiday, zombie, and funny. Sports regalia may be generic or licensed. Poses are standing, with some exceptions. Besides statues of individuals, poses of couples include 2 adults, a parent and child. Family or small team groups are possible. Statue bases are generally simple, but elaborations allow words or logos, or represent vehicles, sport playing areas, or bookends. Personalized bobblehead production lends itself to low-volume manufacturing, and, as with other figurines and vinyl toys, typically occurs in Asia. To create a stock body, a master is first designed, with elongated neck pillar. It is then sculpted by an artisan with a modeling compound. A mold of this is taken for casting monocolor polyresin end units. These are custom painted for appropriate skin tone, and for desired colors of clothing, accessories, props, and base. The head may also be done by the foregoing method, particularly for volume orders wanting identical deliverables. An alternative, especially for single pieces, is to directly sculpt the end unit head from polymer clay, a colorized modeling material. The artisan uses one color of polymer clay for skin, another for hair. Painting, if any, is limited to eyes and feature enhancements. Finally, a less common, high-tech approach is to computer design the head and generate it on an industrial 3D printer. This may then be painted, or, if the printer allows, texture mapped from features derived from the original photos. Promotional merchandise by American corporations. Clockworks #Eliminate Bobblehead Motorcycle Windshield Promotion. Newsies Broadway Bobblehead. Isaiah Whitlock Jr. Talking Bobblehead Kickstarter campaign raises over $100,000. Richardson e-learning 5-year trade show giveaway. Career builder hire a champ, not a chimp. Bobblehead promotion. Dave Brown WMC TV Bobblehead. Bibliography. Hunter, Tim. Bobbing Head Dolls, 1960 to 2000. Krause Publications. ISBN 9780873418027.